Hey guys, so Coach May's here. We have medium Mays and little Mays. We got 3 Coach Mays today, so I know you've been waiting for your pumpkin workout. Is everyone ready? We are going to start out our warm-up by a little dance session, right? Just warm up. Everybody likes to jam and dance. Of course the little one was, but Ella, you want to warm up? Alright guys, so get your pumpkins ready. If you have some pumpkins, there's different sizes, of course, so just think about the weight that's going to be necessary for you. In fact, you might not even need a pumpkin for some of the exercises. They might be a little bit difficult. So if you don't use your pumpkin, you don't use your weight, that's totally fine. Just do what you can and go from there. And you know what? If you keep doing it, you can increase your strength and increase your weight, and over time you'll see that you can use bigger pumpkins or bigger weights. So we have our little pumpkin selection. We have some snacks. Of course, you want to make sure that you're fueling your body. Ella has her little snacks here. And also make sure that you're always hydrating as well. So water is really important. So you want to do all those things before you get started with your workout. You want to make sure you're hydrated and also make sure that you're fueling your body with healthy, good nutrients. All right, so our first little warm-up piece of work, we're going to do our jack-o'-lantern jacks. So a lot of you are familiar with jumping jacks, right? So we're going to take our pumpkin, and instead of doing our arms out, we're going to hold on to the pumpkin. It's going to go straight up. We're going to jump out. So warm up by doing about 10 to 20 of these, just to kind of get started. Make sure your body's nice and warm. You don't want to injure anything, so warm muscles are good for that. I'm going to be using the little pumpkin for a lot of the demonstrations. It is a pretty tough workout if you end up doing all of it, so stick with us. All right. Pumpkin burpees. Everybody loves burpees, right? So keep this little pumpkin. You can do a big one if you want. So start by going up, drop it down, put the pumpkin on the floor, hands on the floor. I want you to be able to see this too. If you guys aren't familiar with burpees, might be a little bit difficult. So pumpkin on the floor, hands down, kick your feet back up, grab the pumpkin and jump up. So let's see if maybe, here we can see this a little bit better. Kind of like that, guys. So we've got 10 on the books for that. All right, and then next we're gonna do jack squat. So a lot of people know what a squat is. You're gonna really bring that butt down parallel to the ground. Kind of go as low as you can. And this is a good one where if you wanna up it, you can grab a bigger pumpkin. Get a little quad growth on that. So we're gonna do kind of, I like to do my feet just a little bit wider than shoulder width, real deep. And that's our jack squat. All right, we wanna do about 15 of those. And then next we're gonna do jacko lunge. So we're gonna take the right foot first, hold on to that pumpkin, kind of keep it close to your chest. This keeps you from injury. So tighten that core. Hold it close to your body, right leg out. Kind of go as far as you can, because you want to go deep, and you want that knee to be over your ankle. You don't want it to be over your toes. So we're going to go deep, back up, switch, left, down, up. You're going to do 10 each side on the jacko lunge. Really feel it. Squeeze those muscles. You go down, squeeze those glutes. Squeeze that hamstring on both sides.
Squeeze those gluteus maximus.
Next we have the jackknife abs. This one is a little difficult. All right, so we're gonna lay down on the ground, and for demonstration purpose, I'll show you, if you can't see us on the ground, we are going to take the pumpkin, kind of go from the side, and you're gonna crunch over, come from this side and crunch over. So we're gonna lay on the ground and do that one. So I can show them first, and then you can do the modifier if you want. If Bria is feeling like it, if you guys need a modifier, you can go sans pumpkin. You don't need your pumpkin for that one if it's too much. So we're gonna go to the side and bring our legs up and crunch. Kind of go a little bit to the other side, bring our legs up and crunch. It's just a very slight side crunch on that one. If you need a modifier, you can bend your legs. Bria, if you want to be our little modifier, lay down on your back here, bend your knees up, and you can just do a little bit of a crunch Go sideways if you can, a little bit of a side crunch, but keep your knees bent. And there you go. And she can use the pumpkin or not, depending on how she's feeling. All right, we are doing 10 on each side of those jackknife abs. So like I said, it's just a little bit of a side crunch. Pumpkin push-ups. All right, guys, there's a couple different ways that we can do this one. So you can just go straight down on your pumpkin. You can do a push-up on the actual pumpkin. So you do want one that's gonna be a little bit wider for that purpose, because you're gonna put both of your hands on the pumpkin and do your push-up straight down like that. This is a little bit difficult because it's like a close hand grip push-up. Or there's another way that we can do this, and you can just do one hand on the pumpkin and do your push-up and come back up. And you can do a modifier, do it on your knees and do your push-up that way. And if you're feeling like the modifier is a little too easy and you want a little bit more, you can do push-up and then walk it over, go to the other side and push up. Walk it back, put your right hand on, walk it over, left hand. We're losing some goldfish on the floor. All right, so we're doing the pumpkin push-ups. You're gonna do 10 of those. And if you're doing the modifier, you can switch it, do 5 on one hand and 5 on the other hand. All right, deadlift with push out. So this one, do legs bent a little bit. So knees bent, but you're gonna stay in this position as far as your legs are concerned. The only bend then for the action is gonna be in the waist. So you're going to bend at the waist and push the pumpkin out. There we go. And we are going to do 10 of those, I believe I have. Yep, we have 10 of those. Again, same thing, you know, if you want to use a smaller pumpkin or bigger pumpkin.
Or no pumpkin.
Or no pumpkin. And the kettlebell swing next. So a lot of you guys are familiar with the kettlebell swing. I do recommend, though, holding onto the pumpkin itself and not the stem. So really squat down deep. Get that booty parallel to the ground. So squat it deep and then swing that pumpkin up. And this is a lot of a core action too. So think about keeping that core in tight when you're swinging that pumpkin up for that kettlebell pumpkin swing. Doing 10 of those. Now we had the sumo squat with press. So kind of similar to what we were doing, except not that swinging action and with the abs, but we're gonna do a wide stance sumo squat. We're gonna keep it tight to our body, squat deep. When we come up, we're gonna push the pumpkin up. So squat deep, and push the pumpkin up. So this is another one you might, if you have strong arms, strong upper body, it might help to use a bigger pumpkin. You might find that you do better with the more resistance on that, and it's a better workout for you. So we're doing 10 of those. All right, and then lastly, the last little activity for you guys, we have the side lunge with pumpkin curl. So we did the front lunge earlier. We're gonna do the side lunge now. So make sure you have enough room, especially if you're doing it with a partner here. So we're gonna go out to the side. So side lunge down, and then curl the pumpkin. I like to personally keep my elbow, the crook of my elbow, or my elbow in like the crook of my knee. So it's a nice little rest there, and curl up. And then we're gonna go back to the other side, and if you need to, like if you're running out of space with the couch in the way, do the other leg down and curl the pumpkin up. If you choose to use a bigger pumpkin, or say once you get to 10, your arm is really fatiguing, just use that other hand to just kind of support it a little bit. And give yourself a little bit of support there by using another hand. It's not cheating, it's just finishing out those reps with what you can do and just a little bit of assistance on that. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the workout. Let me know. She's finally joining us now. I was hoping that maybe she would do some squats and lunges for us. But I hope you enjoyed the workout. Let me know what you thought. If you do one round and you feel like you still have enough energy, go for 2 rounds. Go for 3. So whatever you're feeling. If you can't finish the first round, that's totally fine. Just do what you can do. Break it down. Do a couple of the exercises. Take a break. Get a drink of water. Do another exercise. Take a break whenever you need to. use a little plastic pumpkin if you need to. You know, and those are just kind of fun little props. So just an idea of kind of working your way up and starting small and improving and gaining strength over time. So one day at a time, guys. Thanks for joining us.